Imagine a world without cities, without tools, without fire. A world governed by the scorching sun and the law of the fittest. This is Africa, more than 3 million years ago. And this is the story of our distant ancestors, Australopithecus afarensis. They were not the kings of this land. They were small, vulnerable. A fragile mix of ape and man, fighting every second for survival. And today, that fight is about to become a nightmare. The group is led by a matriarch. Her face, marked by countless seasons of drought and danger, carries the wisdom of survival. At her side, the alpha male, the protector, whose only weapon is a sharpened stone. Every member has their role. Every life depends on the other. Their life is an incessant search for calories. They are not large-game hunters, they are scavengers, opportunists, roots, tubers, insects. Every gram of food is a victory against the hunger that haunts them. But in this merciless land, they are not just hunters, they are also the hunted. Then something changes. A breeze carries a new scent, metallic, unmistakable. Blood. Hunger overcomes fear. Led by the matriarch, they move toward the scent, one cautious step at a time. The source, the carcass of an antelope. A fortune in meat and marrow, abandoned. For a moment, the struggle ceases. The relief is palpable. A stroke of luck that could mean survival for another week. But luck in prehistory is an illusion. From the shadows emerges the true owner of the kill, a Dinophilis, a saber-toothed cat, a perfectly designed killing machine. It wasn't far. It was merely resting, watching. Panic is instantaneous. In the blink of an eye, the feast becomes a battlefield. The alpha male, in an act of desperate bravery, tries to intimidate the beast. But the predator has only one target, the leader of the group, slower and more experienced. The attack is swift, brutal and precise. The matriarch falls, but this is not the end. With a precision born of desperation, the alpha male throws his only weapon. The stone hits the beast, not to injure, but to startle. And for a second, the predator hesitates. It's the only chance they need. In an act of incredible cooperation, they grab their wounded leader and drag her to the only possible refuge, a rocky outcrop. Sheltered in a small cave, the group faces its darkest moment. Their leader is dying. But here we see another spark of what would make us human, knowledge. An older female, using ancestral wisdom, applies chewed leaves to the wound. Primitive medicine, an act of care amidst the chaos. But the night brings new demons. The scent of blood has attracted an even more relentless enemy, a clan of Pachikrakuta, the giant hyenas, bigger, stronger, and more numerous. And to make matters worse, a violent storm breaks, trapping them in the cave. The creek overflows. There is no escape. Surrounded, cornered, the night is filled with the howls and laughter of patient predators. For the hyenas, it is only a matter of time. But the Australopithecus had a weapon the hyenas could not predict. It wasn't claws nor teeth. It was the mind. Wounded, the matriarch takes command. She doesn't scream in pain, but in order. She slams her hand on the ground. Boom. Boom. A rhythm. A command. The alpha male understands. He beats his bone club. The others join in, banging stones together. They transform the cave into a war drum. The sound, amplified by the rock, is an artificial thunder that echoes in the night. The hyenas, confused, hesitate. When one dares to advance, it is met by a hail of stones. It was not an attack of strength, but a strategy of intimidation, a wall of sound and fury, a fortress of intelligence. For hours, they fought not with muscle, but with their minds. With the first light of dawn, the hyenas, exhausted and frustrated, retreat. The silence that follows is proof of their victory. They survived, not because they were the strongest, but because they were united, because they were intelligent. They used tools, knowledge, and strategy to outwit predators that should have annihilated them. This night forged leadership and strengthened their bond. They proved that, to survive in this world, the mind would be the most powerful weapon of all. If you enjoyed traveling back in time with us, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. The journey through the history of our ancestors is just beginning. Let us know in the comments. What other prehistoric creature would you like to see our ancestors face? Till next time.